Have you ever wanted to feel like you're actually inside a video game? LG's 29UM57 UltraWide monitor may be the best display for you. This monitor is really something else. I picked this up on sale during Black Friday for about $200, and they normally retail for about $300, so I swooped in and I got it. With a resolution of 2560 by 1080 pixels and its IPS panel, this monitor looks sharp and is capable of displaying vibrant colors in very dark blacks. The screen real estate is huge and is fantastic for productivity. The display takes up a majority of the field of view, so video games and movies are much more immersive than on a typical 16:9 aspect ratio monitor, especially because watching movies in CinemaScope no longer plagues your monitor with black bars. The bezel is also very small, so if you're planning an insane setup with 2 or 3 of these monitors, it should look fantastic. The response time is impressive at 5 milliseconds. This display has a large viewing angle, so the sides of the monitor appear crisp despite how wide it is when viewing straight on. The monitor can also be tilted quite a bit farther than necessary in both directions, which is a great thing because my old monitor did not have this ability. There are 2 HDMI inputs on the back along with an audio out in the form of a 3.5mm headphone jack. I was disappointed with the sound quality output by this headphone jack. It was missing much of the low end and it sounded very flat. However, this device is a display first and a sound device second, and if you plan on purchasing this monitor, you are probably an enthusiast or power user who already has a high quality sound solution. The cable management is perfectly acceptable for this monitor as it keeps all the cables out of sight while still being elegant. The menu options offered by this monitor are vast and allow you to adjust almost anything you can think of to improve your image quality. These menu options are accessed by using the super cool joystick button on the bottom of the monitor, which is much better than having millions of buttons on the side of the monitor. It's not all good though. This monitor has some major cons that are worth noting. When inputting 16:9 aspect ratio video, this monitor uses gray bars instead of black. What were they thinking? This is a complete and utter annoyance for me, and it means it cannot be used as my main display for 16:9 content. However, it is worth noting that playing a game or watching a video in 16:9 on your PC will not result in gray bars if your PC's resolution is configured properly, which leads me to the second con. Many games do not support ultra-wide resolutions. However, with some I adjustments, most games that I have tried on this monitor have worked and looked fantastic. Another possible con is the fact that this monitor only supports HDMI input. This won't be a problem for most users, as almost all modern graphics cards feature HDMI output, but for users looking to daisy chain these monitors together using dual link DVI, this will not be possible without third-party peripherals. While this monitor does have a large tilt range, it has no height adjustment, so even if the monitor is tilted up, you still might be looking down and straining your neck. A problem you really shouldn't have unless your desk and chair height are not properly adjusted. The included stand feels a bit flimsy as it's made almost entirely of plastic, but it does support the monitor perfectly fine and it does its job. It just worries me a little bit. In conclusion, this monitor is a great way to enter the ultra-wide display world due to how inexpensive it is. Oh, that's not true. It's expensive. In conclusion, this monitor is a great way to enter the ultra-wide display world. Games and movies look fantastic on it, and despite some annoyances like gray bars instead of black bars and exclusively HDMI input, I would recommend this monitor to anyone looking for greater immersion in their games or increased productivity. Thanks for watching, and please give this video a like if you learned something. Have a nice day! The response time is impressive at some amount of